He really is Sleepy Joe. That was the perfect nickname. There is no denying it. I think the guy has narcolepsy. There's something seriously, seriously wrong. Now, we knew that. We know that. But when you see it, it's still fascinating, especially when it's done on the international stage. Can you believe that Joe Biden actually took Air Force One to go all the way over there to Vietnam to relay this totally ludicrous story?
And there's my brother loves having, there's famous lines from movies that he always quotes, you know, and one of them is there's a movie about John Wayne. He's an Indian scout, and they're trying to get I think it was the Apache, one of the great tribes of America, back on the reservation, and he's standing with the Union, so they're all on their horses and their saddles, and there's 3 or 4 Indians in headdresses, and the Union soldiers. The Union soldiers basically saying to the Indians, "Come with me, we'll take care of you, everything will be good." And the Indian looks at John Wayne and points to the Union soldier and says, "He's a lying, dog-faced pony soldier." Well, there's a lot of lying, dog-faced pony soldiers out there about global warming.
Cowboys, Indians, the saddles on the horses. Did you hear that part? The lying, dog-faced what? Jill Biden, please, for the sake of Joe's dignity, what's left of it, none really, you got to do something. What is it, the 25th Amendment, the 22nd Amendment, some amendment? This is insane. By the way, that's a totally made-up quote, but Joe somehow thinks it's great. I actually remember him using this before. That he still uses this totally absurd phrase means that his staff is either afraid to talk to him or he doesn't remember that it was a disaster the last time he said it, but he said it in Iowa back when he was running for president.
You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying, dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Huh? He said that to a woman. Forget the lying and the pony part. He called the woman dog-face. Dog-face. And they say Trump is not nice to women. He's a prince. Donald Trump is this guy. All right, back to Vietnam. Again, why take Air Force One? Why all that stuff? The entire White House goes all the way over to Vietnam so he can be exhausted.
And look, nobody likes having celebrated international meetings if you don't know what you want at the meeting, if you don't have a game plan.
You hear that? Maybe the asthma's coming back to him. The asthma that he used as an excuse to get out of the Vietnam draft. Yeah, although he was able to play football anyway. Give me another.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
This is just the opposite. This is doing real damage to our national security, our national prestige. It's an embarrassment. And Democrats, you know it. We are at least saying it out loud. You guys, I'll get to you in a moment. Oh, there was also real substantive blunders, of course, right? Joe should not be talking about China like this.
Really what this trip was about, it was less about containing China. I don't want to contain China. It's not about containing China. It's about having a stable base in Indo-Pacific. I want to see China succeed economically. I don't want to see them succeed by the rules. We're not looking to hurt China, sincerely. We're all better off if China does well.
Spoken like a man who comes from a family that's done a lot of business with the Chinese government, doesn't it? Doesn't it all make sense now? The millions of dollars, Hunter going on Air Force Two with him to China, not even giving a damn about the Chinese balloon. Oh, we don't want to contain China. Are you crazy? We're not in favor of Chinese expansion. Ask the guy who runs Vietnam. You were just there. Ask the people in Japan if they're opposed to Chinese expansion. An 8th grader an 8th grader knows more than he does. And then, of course, there was the normal stuff that just makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, not quite up there with the dog-faced pony soldier stuff, but really bad still.
Assume there was one country in that vast continent that had an excess of foodstuffs and resources. There's a lot we can do in the meantime. For example, that pipeline, or that railroad we're talking about going across from India throughout the Middle East, on the notion that we're going to be able to, how can I say it? I think we can triple the renewable capacity for as it relates to global warming.
That pipeline, that railroad, that thingamajig. And then I don't know who his boss is, but he's always talking about his boss and taking orders and doing what he's told. And it's not remotely funny or cute.
And let's see, I'm just following my orders here. Staff, is there anybody haven't spoken to? I ain't calling on you. I'm calling on, I said I had 5 questions. Anita from VOA.
Look, it's, what can you say? One more. I thought he was going back to the magical fairyland. What's that thing called on Mr. Rogers? The Wonderful World of Make-Believe, right? It actually feels like that. Watch.
Talked about making sure that the third world, the Southern Hemisphere had access to change it, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Does it sound like Mr. Rogers music?
I've raised it with every person I've met with. Thank you.
And there he goes, off to meet King Friday and Lucinda and the mailman. Look, you saw it, I saw it, there's no denying it. Can you believe reporters from major networks went all the way over there to Vietnam to not report on what we just saw? These people, Janice Mackey Freyer, all the way over there, foreign correspondent, shame on her. Selena Wang, I'm sorry, shame on you. This is crazy. And Ed O'Keefe, you go all the way over there, you cannot comment or report the lying dog-faced pony soldier, no containment for China. But I'll tell you this, they certainly look studious and serious when they're reporting nothing.
He flies home by way of Alaska, where he will address U.S. troops on the anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Jerika?
Busy week ahead. Ed O'Keefe, thank you.
It's an old trick. When you're saying nothing, make it appear as though you're saying something profound. See how he moves his head? Tonight, the president will return. But there you go. Right. Throw your forehead to the left, then a little bit of a head nod, and then throw it back to the anchor like this. Reporting from Saigon. How could they, huh? I mean, it shouldn't be a shock at this point, but when you see it so glaring, it is amazing. The American people get it. A majority of Republicans and an overwhelming majority, 82% of Democratic voters, want someone other than Joe Biden as the nominee. Wow, these are significant numbers. I mean, the last time an incumbent had this kind of disapproval, well, Jimmy Carter was primaried by Ted Kennedy. Anybody remember that? How about LBJ all the way back in 1968? He had serious opposition. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., some guy named McCarthy. A lot of people were lined up. What is it about Joe Biden? Why do they want him? Why do they say they want him, Democrat leadership, so much? Look at this guy. How did he do in Iowa when he ran in 2020? 4th place. In New Hampshire, 5th place. And then he gets to South Carolina, and some guy named Jim suddenly decides that he's going to be the next president of the United States. Joe Biden. It's up to Jim Clyburn.
But I want the public to know that I'm voting for Joe Biden. South Carolinians should be voting for Joe Biden. I know Joe. We know Joe. But most importantly, Joe knows us.
Pretty wild. This guy decides that it's Joe Biden, and with his help, he wins South Carolina. What about fourth place? What about fifth place? They all quit. Everybody quits the race. I thought this was supposed to be a democracy, right? And everybody, we know, they can't stand Joe Biden. So why isn't somebody like Gavin Newsom, the pretty boy from California, why isn't he taking a shot at it, huh?
Filing deadlines haven't passed. President Biden doesn't run. Why shouldn't we consider you a likely candidate?
I think the vice president is naturally the one lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly coming to pass. And I think we need to move past this notion that he's not going to run. President Biden is going to run, and looking forward to getting him reelected.
You know, it's almost like the party is more important than the country. I can't stand this guy, right? But he's, so much ambition. He wants to be president, but he won't now. Why? Because the party is everything. The country, whatever. It's kind of like Russia. Kind of like Russia. Leonid Brezhnev and Joe Biden, they even actually look alike, don't they?